All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Before we jump into it, remember the disclaimer. Remember that day trading is, of course, risky business. A lot of people are having a tough time out there, so take it slow, especially if you're new to the markets. All right, utilize the simulators, utilize risk money, utilize small share size, do all the necessary things to give yourself longevity as you learn how to trade, as you become competent. There's no need for your tuition to the markets to be thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands. All right, take it slow, take baby steps, and then as you become competent and experienced over time and proven consistent results, only then does it make a lot of sense to really size up aggressively. All right, so use 5, 10 shares until you get good, 50 shares until you get good. All right, keep that in mind. Other than that, remember that copy trading does not work here on this YouTube channel. Copy trading does not exist for this strategy. It's all about putting in the time and effort, which does take months and more commonly years. Lastly, be careful of fake accounts. I do not invest for my subscribers, so I will never message you first randomly for no good reason. Keep that in mind. Stay safe out there. So, as you guys can tell from the thumbnail, we're up about $2,400 today. And the adjustments that we've been pushing ourselves to be a little bit more disciplined with in terms of holding longer has definitely been helping us out here a little over the last 2 days. And we're going to look forward to continue to be disciplined and let the discipline compound in that aspect, because there's a lot of setups that we spoke about, last week, the week before, the entire month of September, really, which was, getting into certain trades at the lows, perhaps having a good entry, and then mismanaging the trade by cutting it too tightly, and or sometimes just not holding long enough for the move back up. So making the adjustments or fighting the urge to just, take the quick trades. And you know what? The time is going to come again. The market is going to come again where if you hold these trades, you're going to get obliterated. But right now, we got to just, read what's in front of us and stick to it. When things does change, 2, 3 days time, we got to switch up, right? Within 2 to 3 days of the transition, we have to switch up, get back to quicker trades. So we had a couple of stocks. We're going to go over three in particular: API, EONR, and WHLR. So to start the day, I did have a little bit of issues because I was in my, I have two accounts here, right? In the top left, I have two accounts. I was in the wrong account, and so my buying power is pretty limited. I'm holding some stuff here in this corporate account, and cash is tied up. There's only like 25, 30,000 in this account, so cash was tied up, and it's like I'm wondering what the heck is going on. Now, yesterday I did trade a stock that was not marginable, so I thought that might have had something to do with it. I had called Thinkorswim before the live stream, but it was all on me for not realizing I was in the wrong account, right? So hey, part of the deal, bit of a learning curve there, but all good in the neighborhood. So I finally switched back to my main account, and I believe we were watching KXIN and EONR early. KXIN, just to take a quick look at it, cheaper stock. We were up about 300 at one point until we gave back money. Let's put on the show trades here. We did take a couple of decent positions. We did position ourselves properly, but all in all, we weren't quite where we needed to be to really dominate, right? Opportunity is going to cost me. I'm watching other stocks. I finally switch over to this thing. It's all the way up at what, 29 cents, going from 19 to 29. A pretty impressive move already. But I do get it here. I do get myself green. The first two pullbacks a little tricky to capture, but we're in on one of them. We're holding for the move up. And I think we did unwind a little early, not expecting it to go as much as it did. But it did its thing here. So, and this particular pullback, actually, we didn't catch the very bottom, but it did end up pushing all the way up to 29 and then to highs of 32. So if I pull up my live trading archive from today and show you guys how this played out. Hold on one sec. So here we go. Let's see, KXIN. So we had a couple positions that we tried, right? A couple positions. Hold up, let's just skip ahead 30 seconds here. Let's see, where did that beautiful trade, or did I get back already by this time? So let's see where that beautiful trade came in on this move here. And I think, okay, so it was actually a breakout trade, now that I remember. So now that I'm watching back at it, it was actually a breakout trade that I tried for break of 29 and break of 30 here. Well, break of 30, let's say. I'm in initially. There's a lot of sellers here, so I'm a little concerned that it might not push through. So, from 29.20, which is about, we're up almost a penny here, an eighth of a penny. So with 19,000 shares, every penny is going to be about 190. So, I'm taking the gains as we're seeing sellers and we're getting some shares to fill over this level. I was concerned we might not push through, but it pushed right through those bigger sellers. And right here, it's a matter of, hey, how well can we continue to hold? So I sold half and then I'm selling the rest right here, unwinding over the level, unwinding. And eventually even added back for break of 30.50. There's a big 108K bid below me. I'm like, okay, I think this thing is going to blow right through 31. So I'm back in at 30.10. And can we rip through 31? There's 30.70. If this rips over 31, we're up another 160 in the trade. And this is going to start looking pretty good very quickly. But we had some resistance, we had some churn. And so we started to manage the trade here. But as mentioned, the areas that we really needed to capture, we were either not looking at the stock and or chopped out by the dip. So that was KXIN. Just, it is worth mentioning. Pretty decent move. It looks like after we stopped for the day, it did curl back up. And so, stuff like this is good because if you're here, of course you got to kind of you got to avoid giving back on this slow grind down. But if you can capture this move up and then this beautiful move up here, this is from what? 26 to 36, another 10 cents. This is pretty good here. This is what we want to see. And then into after hours. I don't really trade after hours, but yeah. So moving on, API, we had some small losses on this one into the open. A little choppy, as you can see. We had lows down here initially around 98. High point up at 625. And so every time we would come down, I would try, but I wasn't moving like a well-oiled machine early. A lot of slow, indecisive trades and took too much time to like make up my mind. So I buying late, getting higher fills, things like that. Now it did break down and the red to green, Triad mentioned this in one of his videos last week, the red to green. The red to green has really been working out splendidly. If you're really keeping an eye on this one exclusively, break of 577 is going to go all the way to 621. I don't remember if this got halted, but we can check my log. Actually, we can just check I don't think we got halted. Did I have it on screen? It doesn't look like I even had it on screen. So my level 2 is up on it, which is, let's see here. What time of day was this? 940, 941. Yeah, it doesn't look like it was halted actually. So it ripped up and then it just gave back all the gains. Ideally, if we can hold up somewhere here and then flag a little bit, consolidate perhaps, and then, get some green candles to get back in shape and hopefully, try the new high again here. But that wasn't the case, sold right off, and that was all this one wrote. Depths. Moving on. EONR. And what's up with these sell-offs, man? You see how the trend, you see what the trend has been looking like recently? This is like the 4th day in a row we had a stock that's like catastrophic drop. I mean, this is catastrophic, right? 40%. What's going on? Was this also an offering? We saw a couple of offerings throughout the week here early and also the end of last week. But anyhows, in terms of where I was able to capitalize, around 942, we ended up having this uptrend, right? So high of day initially, 220. We pushed over that level up to 38. It pulled back into the level, previous resistance becoming support, and then curling up to 52. So in areas like this, I'm jumping in and I'm being aggressive, holding for the move up. It then rips up to 54, and then so from here we pulled back again, low of 30. Not quite the previous resistance, but if you're active to get in, It does give you the bounce back now to 50 and then 64. We captured those trades. We ended up getting a high of 70. It dipped down again, 38, pushed up. And we really did a decent job on this one. I think the only thing we really could have done better was a little bit more size, but all in all, I liked how we traded it. We managed those trades pretty well, and we were patient. Now WHLR, man, I went over this stock at the end of the live stream for the students, and I really focused on the setup for the dip and rip out of the resumption, because I was a little stubborn trading KXIN. I didn't switch over to this thing quick enough despite the callouts being super early. And I would say maybe missed out, right? I think I might have missed out because I was looking forward to the opportunity, to the challenge of redeeming myself on a stock between $8 and $20. And this one was moving up and I was watching something else. So tomorrow, hopefully we get another one and I can really get to showcase, because I this is not for anybody else but myself. I could care less about the outside world in the sense of like proving myself, right? This is for me. Like, I have a personal vendetta. I have like a personal beef because the last two stocks that came, 2 weeks ago that went to $23, I was like, one, I did okay on one, and then the other two or three I fumbled. So right now it's personal, not in like a bad way, but more so like I'm motivated to come and try again, right? And even then, I'm not going to put pressure on myself if things don't go well. But I'm an optimist. I've been preparing, I've been reviewing, and I look forward to the opportunities. It's nothing more, nothing less, right? So looking forward to having this dance. But anyhow, it's the resumption trade. So I came pretty late to it. I believe that might have been at 11 WHLR. Let's just double check my log here. So I pulled it up. We're at 1027, and that trade is going to come at 1033. So we got to come back a little bit. I believe it was right in here. 1027, 1033, low of 12. So it was right here. So we got halted up at 1028. 5 minutes later, it resumed at 33. We opened around 14, yeah, 1394. And this thing dipped down at 1268. 1268 dip. And we were long around 97. The halt down was pretty close, so it was very risky. We're long into this trade, and we're selling around 1380. I should have had an exit above 14. I kind of got robbed like 20 cents, but or maybe even more like 40 cents, because let's see where my exit was. The ask at this time, the ask was at 1420. I think the ask was at like 1420 when I sold the first position. I didn't even notice that I bought twice until I looked back at the video. I thought I bought once. But anyhow, so all in all, it was a good trade and fair play, decent stuff. So from here, we were able to add another like 600, but it wasn't a smooth experience. We had a lot of great call outs for those of you watching the live stream. But what got me was the just a little bit of hesitation, and some of that was because I thought we might have been close to backside, so I was kind of worried that I was too late to the stock, and I'm looking to just lock in the day, right? So that kind of was happening a little bit on the inside of my mind, but there were some areas where we were slow to buy, we were slow to put out a limit order, and if I had to say, like, the 10 trades that we took. Like, the 10 trades that we took after the resumption, we were probably 3 for 7. So, gotta be better. And when the next one comes, hopefully I'm there from the start to the end to have a full rodeo, because I need this. I need this stock to come again. All right. I'm a little crazy about this stuff in a good way, right? As you guys can see, I'm very excited to trade every day. I have fun doing this. And this is good for us in the long term, right? To be excited about what we're doing, because at times we can feel burned out, right? I spoke about that a few weeks ago. And so, we're very motivated right now. We feel amazing. We're looking forward to keeping discipline, keeping patient, and we're going to continue to study up and improve in the public, in the private, and just can we just make progress, right? That's our only goal. Greatness, to chase down the best version of myself. And I know that if I can see it in my mind, I can hold it in my hands. And so I'm going to keep pushing. So hit that thumbs up. Check out those links down below. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. We do have links for Momo Pro, which is the scanning software that I use every single day. All right, Momo Pro. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to utilize coupon code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. As you can see, this is where I get all my beautiful hot stocks every day. Other than that, feel free to check out the chat room. If you're not involved, it's definitely a great place to be. We're active before, during, and after the live stream. Even on the weekend, sometimes we're here hanging out. And every now and again, we also do masterclass sessions, live review sessions for the broader chat room, not just the students. We'll have guys like Save, Crispy, and other traders, jump in and chime in a little bit. So, feel free to check it out. You can always check out the P&L section as well if you're a part of the community, to see how everyone is doing, to see how it's going. And yeah. All right. Stay safe, stay green. I forgot to post the course link here. The course link is also down below. This is where you can check out Merciless Markets and get involved with our curriculum. All right. You can also book a coaching call. So if we click here on Diamond and we scroll down, you guys will see there's a flash sale. You can utilize coupon code COACH for 40% off. All right, if you're looking to get involved. Diamond will get you everything that's included in our program and our curriculum. Tim's archive and Triad's archives is specific to those two mentors. If you want to see how Tim is getting it done, if you want to see how Triad is getting it done. And gold and silver are a bit of a lower ticket item to get involved. Gold does involve chat room access, and silver is very low ticket, 17 bucks. If you don't want a big commitment, it's one-time payment just to see how it is. But there's a lot of material in there, right? So feel free to also take a look at silver if you're someone who's a little on the fence, right? But with that being said, it's been Relentless Trader, your favorite YouTuber. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow again at 9:15 a.m. for another beautiful day.